Hey Sagittarius, Kathleen here from Triple Threat Tarot to do your April read. I want to take a second and welcome those who are new to the channel and welcome back those who have been here before and talk to you about the description I just put in the intro in YouTube and what that means. And basically, I got the sense that there were some people in the collective, in the community, who thought that the triple threat meant, looks, body, brains, right? Like the old typical 80s kind of definition of that. And that's not what I was going for at all when I came up with the brand. The reason I use triple threat as the logo and as the name of the channel is because triple threat actually refers to the Merkaba, which is our logo, right? And the Merkaba is actually a sacred geometry symbolism that invokes a manifestation of being able to channel. Channelers use light that comes into the body in an electromagnetic way, and that sparks the channeling. And so when I said Merkaba and Triple Threat Tarot, I was actually thinking of light, spirit, breath, which is the definition of the Merkaba. So I just want to clarify that for people who think that maybe it's something else. It's not at all. And it was really done with the intent of drawing people to the channel who are interested in manifesting to their highest possible good. That's why I'm here, to channel those messages for those people so that they can also do good in the community and good in the world and reach their true potential, okay? So that's what that's about. Just felt I had to clear that up. And I've put it in the description now on YouTube, so hopefully people will check that out when they actually come to the channel before they subscribe. But if not, and you're just joining me, then that's what that is about, okay? I'm going to start with a Celtic Cross reading. This is a general reading. It is for the Sagittarius that Spirit feels needs to hear the message in the community. That's what they're going to give me. It may or may not be a message for you specifically, but I don't determine what that message is going to be, right? I let the cards come out of the deck, I don't pull them, and then I tell the story that Spirit is giving me to tell, okay? And the interpretation of the cards that Spirit is channeling through me. So, sometimes the meaning that I may give it may not be the traditional off-the-cuff reading. Otherwise, what's the point, right? And additionally, I'm not going to take those as too many. Additionally, it's future forward looking, right? So we're talking about April here for you guys, Sagittarius. But until it happens, you're not going to know that it hasn't happened. So if it resonates, it's kind of like, uh-oh, because then I'm talking about the past. And if I'm talking about the past, although I do bring up the past because the Spirit brings up the past and just kind of clarify to you that this is your message, I have to speak to it, okay? But my purpose is not to reiterate what's already gone on, right? And just go over old wounds or whatever the case might be. That's not the purpose here. And my purpose is also not to talk about the other person. It's not to dwell on what they did or didn't do or said or whatever. The whole point of this channeling with Spirit here for this tarot channel, and I can only speak for myself and my own channel, is to illuminate things that Spirit wants you to know so that you can be enlightened about how to get to your best and highest purpose and best self, to have the happiest life that you can have, the most joy-fulfilled life that you can have. And that's all I'm concerned with, honestly. I could sit here and tell you, oh, they probably did this and that and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care about them. I care about you. I'm reading for you, and you're the one I care about. So that's how that is. There are plenty of people on YouTube who read about the ex, so you can certainly check that out if that's the message that you really want, okay? If the other is a message that you want to listen to, please, check me out and check out this reading. If it doesn't resonate, you can check out your check out your moon, Venus, or rising sign as well. Your message may be there. And come back mid-month if that's not the case either, okay? But again, I'm going to read the messages that Spirit gives me for the people who most need to hear the message, who most need to be communicated with right now. So, Sagittarius for April, you get the Ace of Wands, which is fantastic. You got two aces here. Two aces, seriously. This is creative endeavors, passion, the universe coming in and igniting your spark, your internal spark for a creative endeavor. This is starting to feel very career-orientated here. And then you get the Ace of Pentacles, right? So when you look at the Ace of Pentacles, there are, in the traditional Rider-Waite, there are white lilies and roses for purity of intent. It's important that whatever you're going after, that Spirit is offering you great potential and possibility for prosperity, right? That it is pure of intent. That you mean no harm to anyone else, okay? In order for that to come to fruition. And then the Ace of Wands, the passion, the creative spark that has been lit in you is to take you here. So sometimes this is an obstacle card that you have to overcome. Sometimes it's what's going to propel this forward. And this is either going to be your way to make a foundation for yourself financially in the future. And you see the little stems like starting to grow off this old stick. It's like here, you know, you've got sprouting here. It's either going to be that, and you can't see where the path leads, right, on either of these cards. But they're in tandem here, so there is definitely something, and Spirit's asking you to walk through the gateway to your own financial security here, right? Pretty neat. Love that. I'm thinking that this is very career-orientated in some ways because we've also got the Five of Wands in the past, in the recent past here. This can be collaboration, working together, you know, teams working together and being part of that process to build something substantial. But everyone in this image is also trying to plant their own flag, right? Like they're all trying to put their stick in the ground. And it just reminds me very much of kind of that typical autocratic corporate environment where everyone's kind of like left to their own accord and everyone's trying to make their way, right? Make their way and make themselves noticed, okay? It can also be working in a positive way with a team towards something, some objective, but I feel like it's the opposite, and I'll tell you why. Because here in the subconscious, you've got the Hierophant, and in this particular image, this is like very traditional, very kind of suffocating roles, traditions, cultural mores. You know, in order to get the two keys, you've got to go see the Hierophant, right? So these people are, this priest is like actually praying here in front of this guy. They're both praying actually, okay? It's like he's the authority, he's wearing the hat, he's the Pope, he's the one who has the connection to the divine. This feels like a very autocratic kind of corporate environment with all of this going on here as well. In the conscious mind is a judgment. This is a decision being made, right? Or decision that you feel needs to be made. And I almost wonder if it's whether or not you should stick in this environment. Okay? Because I don't think you love it here. I don't think you love it at all. I think this fish is fishy, and in this cup, I don't think you love it, okay? And I think your attitude is, you know, I want balance, right? Between the masculine and feminine. I want balance in my life. I want to be able to fill myself up with my work as well as other things in my life. I want to feel satisfied and content with what I'm doing every day. And it feels like that's what you're concentrating on. But in the environment, you're really worried because there are no real jobs out there for you that incorporate the things that you're passionate about that you can think of right away. You know, you're thinking, oh, there's no money. See all these needy hands like reaching up like, can I have a coin? And he's trying to be fair and balanced and distribute this money. But this is in the reverse. So it feels very restrictive financially, like making this decision would be difficult right now, or next to impossible in your environment, okay? But don't fear, hold on. And then Queen of Wands here. And so in hopes and fears here, it's like, oh, I'm never gonna be this Queen of Wands in the upright, which is someone who is happy and content, who is extroverted, who has their passion in their hand, right? She rules with her passion. She rules with her wand here. This creative endeavor, whatever this is. She's got her black cat who's lucky, right? She's a lioness. In the reverse, it's like, oh, I'm never going to get to that place. And that's where I want to be. And then in the top outcome here, you've got Queen of Cups in reverse. And so it's almost like you've closed off from giving out your heart. You've closed off from being vulnerable and calling in a relationship right now. And I think it's because the wheel is turning. The karmic wheel is turning for you, and you're more focused on your career and how you're going to deal with all of this. That relationship is not in the forefront right now, Sag. So that's kind of what I see for you. Let's get some clarification here. See what's going on. Yes, and I talked to you about Merkabas. So these little stones here that I got are Merkabas, right? It's a three-dimensional triangles. It's a triangle within a triangle within a triangle. Yeah. That's quartz. I've got amethyst and rose quartz as well. But basically they symbolize, you know, light, spirit, breath, igniting that electromagnetic field and being able to interact with the divine in channeling, okay? We all have our own internal Merkaba. So if you're interested in that, there are Merkaba meditations on YouTube that you can check out. Two of Swords, indecision here. This indecision is about the money. It's the, you know, the passion over the money, you know, I think. There's a Dove of Peace up here. Well, you could find peace, but there's that money thing. You want to be creative, but there's that money thing. Two of Pentacles. Oh, you know, come on, guys. Indecision, indecision. Juggling money, juggling how we're going to make this happen, trying to figure out how it's going to work. And then Two of Swords, you know, indecision. So this is mental energy. This is financially how I'm going to juggle this. Two twos? Really? Wow. Five of Cups. And King of Swords. King of Swords knows the truth. This is an intellectually intelligent person in your sphere. It could be you guys. I don't know. I don't think so, though. And Five of Cups is actually focusing on the past, right? You've got a Five of Wands here battling it out. You got the Five of Cups, 3 spilled cups, right? Didn't work out for you. Oh, look what happened to me before when I tried to do this. Maybe you've tried to do this before. Maybe you've tried to leave and kind of start your own thing, get your own creative thing going, and it's just been a complete waste of time, or it was a complete upset for you financially, or it just didn't pan out, right? But you don't see that these other 2 cups are here. So there is something right behind you that you're not seeing, right? There is something in your sphere that is coming. The wheel is turning, and the divine is offering you this possibility here, okay? So maybe this King of Swords will talk to you, will help you manage how to get through this. I don't know. I'm not sure what that's about. That may resonate with you, though. I don't think it's you. I think it's someone coming in to talk to you about this business venture that you have. Maybe how to go about it and actually make it happen. Maybe you seek out advice from someone. That's possible too. Oh, okay. Strength. Have some strength. Fight those inner demons to just blow it off. If you're given a passion from spirit, there's a reason. That passion is there for a reason, and that passion is there to lead you towards your highest purpose, okay? You don't just feel passionate about something for no reason. It doesn't happen. Okay? So, let me get a sacred oracle card for you guys. I want to see what the advice is for you regarding this. And since it's so passion driven, I'm going to do this shaman oracle piece here. Instead of sacred earth. I thought I was going to go with the earth one, but I'm going to do the shaman one. Let's see what the shaman cards have to say for Saggy. Ooh, you can do magic, right? I'm not a good singer. What can I say, right? I'm the coyote, who's very clever. Maybe that's your King of Swords. You can have anything that you desire. Okay, so we've decided that I'm not a good, you know, that I'm not going to be on American Idol anytime soon. But that's okay. That's not my purpose here. My purpose here. Ooh, water sign. Nice. Okay. Anything else for Sagittarius here for April? In the struggle of how to make this passion a reality, how to make it a career, how to make it happen when it hasn't happened before, if it hasn't happened before, so they can make the decision, even though the environment we're in with COVID and everything else that's going on in the world, like, someone going to come in and talk to them or what? What's the advice here, Spirit? What's the advice? Okay. Wind and water. All right. Oddly, you know, in the same realm, right? Okay. There are no coincidences. 61. All right. Water symbolizes purification, regeneration, birth, revival, and cleansing. It signifies an evolutionary shift from our former self to our new self. Many myths around the world speak of a great flood and the new life that is revealed after a deluge. Water begins without boundaries. Then, as soon as form has separated itself from water, it comes under the laws of time and life, thus acquiring limitations. When the water card arrives, you're invited to watch your emotions, know they are going to be changeable, and do not settle on a conclusion at this time. If you feel joy, then feel that fully. If you feel sad, allow sadness to move through you. Water invites you to see the ebb and flow of events. You can trust the ride. You can ride the wave of opportunity when it arises. Natural flow is here, so go with it. So you can trust that you can ride the wave of opportunity when it arises. Go with it, okay? The primary message there, clearly, from what we're talking about. And then wind. The invitation of wind is that it's time for a change. Perhaps you need to change your mind about something. Perhaps an old way of doing things has become automatic, so you don't love it anymore. Now you've gained greater clarity, you might want to make a new choice. Regardless of what the change is, you can expect to be understood and to have clear communication with others at this time. Ideas are solid, and the shift that is beginning, called for, is in the highest good of everyone. Okay. So that is your advice, Saggy. So if you're looking at making a career change here for something that you love and adore more than what you're doing, if you don't love what you're doing anymore and you're trying to work out the money, you're trying to work out the decision, there's someone in your environment that you can speak to that's your King of Swords. You know, it might be an air sign. But I think there's someone here to give you some counsel. So that may be something you want to consider. Don't think about the past or what happened in the past. The past was the past. Move on from that. You don't want to manifest the same thing back into your life, okay? All right? But do seek out some counsel, right? Because I think that's there and readily available for you. You might have to think on who that is a bit, but I think there's someone who can help you and give you some advice that will be practical about the money aspect of it anyway, all right? Hope that helped you, Sagittarius. If you're interested in following me on Facebook or Instagram, you can jump on over there. Like, share, and subscribe if this resonated with you. Leave comments if you feel you would like to. That always helps the channel out. And additionally, I run contests and do giveaways on Facebook. So that might be something, and Instagram might be something you're interested in. Join me again at the middle of the month. I probably am going to do like a quick read with all the signs, or I may do a mid-month reading. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do yet, but it will come to me as I get closer. And whatever Spirit directs me to do is what I'm going to do. Okay? Love you guys. Take care. And I will talk to you in mid-month. Bye, guys.